Let's do a quick Anachrony. Is this a game that you're familiar with? I know Jamie and Tom, if they're around, they've not seen this one before. Who do we want to play as for this? This is Anachrony, Jamie. So this is a game about time travel, sort of. You have this timeline set up, and we will be requesting certain items from our future selves, preparing for this impact, which produces a lot of this neutronium substance, which has time properties. So our future selves warn us in the past about this impact, and we have to start preparing for it. So a weird sort of game about borrowing from yourself in the future. Obviously too much dabbling in this, and you get time anomalies, and then you've got to sort of kill some of your workers to help clean up those gaps in the timeline. I think we'll go with the path of domination, I believe this is. Let me just show you guys, because I think I showed the Gloomhaven box last week. Not quite as big. But this, oh. It's a pretty sizable box for Anachrony. Be chunky all the way. Again, big old game. Not that the size of the box necessarily dictates a good game, but I also have this tiny box. They don't always have to be. But it does come with these little minis. In this, they're actually just little tokens, but you can get an add-on. They look pretty amazing once they're painted up. Not sure how I'd show that screen off. Let me just copy the image link. There you go. That should take you to an image of the minis, not just weird virus spam, I promise you that. Anyway, lost my train of thought. Where were we? We were selecting the path of domination, path of dominance. This is the path actually for the special Kickstarter sleeve that I chose. So I do like their icon. And we will go with their leader, Samira. And banner. So Samira's ability is, during the cleanup phase, we can take one non-neutronium resource in the mine for free and pay 2 water to take another one. We can just get a lot of resources from the mine. Our starting resources, we have 3 in that, 3 water, 2, 2 and 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2 and 1. Yeah, they are nice. I haven't painted mine because I'm not as good as that guy you've just told us about. What was he? Bardic Broadcasters. But mine are grey like a peasant's. We have 2 scientists and 3 engineers. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And that is it. Oh, we do have choice of 2 different escape conditions. We either have 3 grey buildings or no, it's not showing us the other side of that. Interesting. Normally you've got an A and a B side. You've got the choice of the A and the B side of this though. It's all very blue. That's actually making me feel quite cold just looking at it. One of these engineers is asleep and the rest are awake. Get our minis and our tokens and a game phase reference card. Ready these stacks and we are good to go. So this is a worker placement game where you have effectively 2 types of workers. There are these hexagonal shaped spaces where you have to send a mech. And then there are these, I don't know, person shaped spaces. So these buildings, if constructed, sit in your local area and you can send workers there. And because it's all part of your same base, in this case we're this large ship with these little biome bubbles, it's all safe, it's away from any radiation. Your workers can go there without too many issues. If you need to venture out to the various regions of the world, whether it's to the mines or recruit people from the old capital, it's a bit more dangerous, there's radiation. You have to have a prepped mech and then you put your worker inside the mech. And the good thing about the minis is the workers actually just slip slightly inside. I don't think that's in the picture, is it? No. But there's little slots you can just see on the yellow ones and the blue actually in that picture. They've got the slots where the worker sits into it. So they are actually functional part of the game. So first we refill the mine. Have 1 neutronium, gold and titanium. 1, 2, 3. 1 scientist. 1 administrator. No, 2 administrators. And a genius. The buildings we have. Decent time travel, an extra space for paradox, or just get a point and a water. Interesting. It would only be worth 5 points. 5 or 6, but still pretty good. Paradox. We haven't done any paradox yet. Power up. Power up 0 to 6 exosuits. We will probably want 1, 2, 3 at least. What buildings do we need to evacuate? The grey buildings. Okay. So they need lots of titanium and gold. Let's power up one more. So the first 3 are free. You can see there's no cost on the board for them. They're all just empty spaces. And the rest of them cost a power core. So we get rid of one of those. Then we can warp. So these tiles each show a different resource that we can request from the future. I want to request an administrator, and let's request some gold as well. I'm going to request 2 things just because if the Chronobot doesn't get anything, we could get a few extra points from it. This is what we're putting in. We roll the dice for him, and he's claiming 1. So he will get a point, and we will get a point. We have to pay 1 water. Ooh, flip that over. We have to pay 1 water to get this administrator. We get 1 more worker. So we didn't have any administrators, so getting 1 is pretty useful. And we will get 1 extra gold. And 1 point for us. 1 point for the dummy. Well, he's hardly a dummy. Look at this for a player board for him. All we do on his turn, and he starts as first player, is roll the dice, find the token with the matching number, do that action. So in this case he gets 2 water, and then you move the token. So it looks complicated, but it's fairly straightforward. 1, 2 water, and that's his turn. So now it's us. We can send this administrator straight off over here. This is the recruit action space. Scientists can't come here. Engineers can't get geniuses, but administrators can do anything. So the administrator can hire this genius for us, and the genius is female, obviously, and can act as anything. The bonus for the genius is to get 1 of any other bonus as well. And surprisingly, considering we live on a boat, we are very starved of water. We don't have the greatest means of generating it, so I will take water. That is our turn. Back to the Chronobot. 4. They will build a water plant. For the dummy, he looks for the one worth the most points. It's the same, so he will take the one from the small stack, which doesn't refill. So it limits my choices. He gets this. He doesn't pay any resource for it. He just gets those points. So he's already winning. We do send out 1 of his drones to the build space just to block it though. Back round to us. So I'd like to get this action, but we've already used our administrator. So I'm thinking we send an engineer here, and this space requires 1 water to use it. And we can get an administrator. The administrator's reward gives us, a bit big, gives us 1 point. Oh, I forget, I should use this magnifying glass when I want to show a small part of a screen. Ooh. Okay. That didn't feel like it was much of a A roll. There you go. 6. So he is going to, if it is before the impact, look at that pixel. If it's before the impact, he gets 1 point. That's all he's going to do. Now it's our turn. We've got a fair few people actually. Let's send an engineer to build, and again we have to spend a water to build. And we will build this tile. The cost of the tile is the space that's being covered. So your first buildings are relatively cheap and they'll get more expensive. In this case, it's 2 of the grey cubes. Anything above a hole is the symbol for a cost. You see we have to pay, it goes in a hole. We have to pay, it goes in a hole. If there is no hole, it means you receive it. So that would be 2 titanium, these grey cubes. However, the benefit for using an engineer is it costs 1 fewer grey cubes. So we'll actually just use 1. Clink my cup. And we have that built. Chronobot. Six again. He gets 2 water. That makes sense so far what we're doing? So we've got a couple of people left. I think what we'll do is we can send our genius out to build something. So our administrator's coming here. If we're building, we haven't got any water after the cost of taking first player, which would be 2 water up here. But if we don't take it, if he... Oh, I didn't move this token. If he does a roll of 1 or 2, he's going to build and he'll take this spot. So I think we will go and use our genius now and take this spot. It's not the best for us because we can always claim resources from the mine anyway. But it gets titanium, and our evacuation condition here gives us more bonus points for having titanium as well. So it could be worse. So 2 water, as I say, is getting spent because of this cost. But this space kicks him out of first player, and we can put our triumphant banner in there. And the only one we can build, which doesn't have a cost of a water, is this grey building. So that's the one we're going to build. We could go for power cores. But we don't have an engineer we could send there to use it, so I'll build this one. Base we're covering, 2 titanium and a gold. Genius gets the discount, so it's only 1 titanium and a gold. Makes sense, but if he gets another 6, he's cheating. Either he's cheating or I'm cheating. You can see that the dice is changing, right? 2. So he's going to build, which is good for us that we've already taken the first player. He is building a red structure and he wants the one worth the most points. He gets himself 3 points. Argo then, we've got these 2 final buildings. We'll come here. We get 5 water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I like this, but also it annoys me the fact they're round. They do just roll around. Chronobot then. Oh, I didn't move this again. Always forget. So he gets 2 water. There's a couple of spaces, so this one that he starts on, which he can never go back to, and it just slows him down a little bit at the start. Now this one is in the loop, and he will do a lot of actions. Now we will just come here and get 2 titanium. 1, 2. Chronobot. Shake, 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 shake. I throw it through this field, at least it bounces off a couple of things. 5. So he is going to build a water, except both these spaces of the build action are full, and both of, oh, not that time, both of these, keep dragging, both of these spaces, which can be used for anything, are full. So in the case when the automa can't do what he wants to do, he will get 2 water and 1 point. Oops, that gave him extra 2 water. Yep, so that's his action. We have done all of our actions, so we will end the round there. So then everyone's taken their turn. Clean up. We have an ability that happens during phase 6, during this cleanup phase. We can take 1 cube from the mine, and if we want a second one, we could pay 2 water. Nobody went to the mine. I can't take this resource, so I think I'll take the gold, because we can make titanium from this building. And then we reset, so we will refill the mine. We will one of everything. So we've got 1 scientist here. We need 1 engineer and genius. We should bring our people back. Everyone comes back asleep from those jobs. Engineers might come back awake. That's what this symbol means if they go to the mine. Or we have that symbol on this building. This scientist will come back awake. This administrator goes asleep. So we can't use workers when they're in this column. So at the moment we've only got these 2. Bring back. Picked up one of his mechs, didn't I? Bring back our mechs, and we're good to go again. We need to refresh the building piles. We move 1 over and reveal a new set of things. I like this building. Get rid of a resource for 2 points. Didn't even look actually what the super project is. Exocrawler. As a free action, place an available mech. So that will just let us take 2 turns straight away. We need specific science resource, which is an action I haven't done yet. And then these resources. So this action we've just revealed is spend any of these 3 cubes to get 2 points. This would be just use a worker to get water. 2 cubes has to be an engineer. Gets us 2 power cores, so that's pretty good. We need power cores for mechs. So I think we're going to power up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I do need to spend 2 power cores. But there's a... oh, I got rid of my stack of... be careful not to get rid of my tokens. Should put them out of the way. 1, 2. For those. We've done the preparation phase, we've refilled everything. We will move our token on the timeline. We're in the second phase of this timeline now. And flip a new super project. The anti-gravity field. All building costs 1 less. And if we request 2 things again, we will gain a point. The problem is, we have to now roll on the paradox. We have 2 in this time frame, he only has 1, so we're the one who has to roll the dice. And we get 2 paradox markers. We get 3, we get an anomaly. And that's a bad thing. So I either want to request 2 things to get this bonus or nothing. Unfortunately, he hasn't increased his morale, so this red is of no consequence. I think I'm going to request nothing and hope the Chronobot asks for something. He requests 2 things. 1, 2. So he does get a point, but he's got a lot of stuff on the timeline. Now, with time travel, you need a power plant, one of these yellow buildings, to take you back in time. They all need the time travel element, which we haven't got yet, and actually isn't available this round. So we definitely can't do that. Obviously, the Chronobot cheats. He can do it. We could have requested to get one from our future selves if we wanted, but we've chosen not to. Oh, actually, I did paradox and then warp. We were meant to power up. Yep, we've done that. So we can't go back, but if we do go back to a different timeline and pay off our debts, you increase your victory points here. There is a reason why you want to borrow stuff from the past and then go back and pay it off. It's good free points, but we can't afford to do that right now. Now, we've only got 2 people awake, and we've chosen to go with all of these mechs. The action that you do to get people from the asleep column to the awake column over here are these 2 actions. We can either decrease our morale and wake everyone up for free, or we could pay water, in this case 4 water, to wake everyone up and increase morale. Right now, I'm going to do the bad route. I'm going to decrease morale. Just slap everyone awake so I can save my water. But for us, because it's a round token, it isn't something we need to assign a person to. It's a free token ability, so it can happen instantly at any time. We are first player. We could go recruit another genius, or we could try and grab a building before he goes. We got him his building, yeah. So he rolled 5 and we didn't move it, but he got his 2 water and a point. That's right. So at the moment, he's not actually on any building spaces except yellow, and we can't build yellow. So he can't build stuff that blocks us. I like this project. I'm very tempted to go for this. What do we need over here first? For the grey building, we've actually got enough to go for both those buildings straight away. So let's just take the space while it's cheap. And the one that I care most about, I think, is this one for points. The space we're covering is 1 water, 1 uranium, and 2, but down to 1 titanium. Those can go. That's our turn. Chronobot. Rolls a 5. And he will recruit. And he recruits based on what he doesn't have. So he will take the genius. And for him, the resources and the workers are a set collection. As soon as he gets all of them, he will trade them in and just get 5 points. Over for us then. He can build the grey building now. And I do want the other grey building, so let's take it. We have to spend 1 water for the action space, and then 2 water and a gold. That's 1, 2, 3, and a gold. 1 titanium. Now we can trade cubes in for power cores and points. Our ability gives us a free cube, and we already have this building to get 2 cubes. So this generates most of the stuff we're going to want. That feels useful. Chronobot. Rolls a 6, and he will take 1 point. Alright, so we need, let's think, we need 1 engineer for this space. We need an engineer here. Anybody could work these 2 spots and they come back awake. That leaves us 2 other workers, and we've got 3 mechs, so we're going to want to hire somebody. Scientists can't hire anybody. So we'll send the administrator. The administrator will have to pay 1 water for the privilege of going to that space, which makes me want to hire a scientist to get more water. But I think we'll get another engineer. And the engineer comes with a power core. Chronobot. What was a 1? But he is gonna cheat and build himself a power station. He takes the one worth the most points, which is a painful 4 points for him. Oof. Bad times. And he will also take first player from us because we've blocked all the other good spaces. We've got 2 people to put in mechs, 4 people then to put here. So let's go to the mine and we'll get a uranium and a gold. And we'll probably get some water and roll on science. Actually, yeah, let's not go to the mine. Doesn't really benefit us. Keep him. We'll send a scientist. We'll get the water first. No, we'll do the free action. The scientists are the only ones that can come here, and you've got 2 dice that we'll roll, and they correspond to these, what they call breakthroughs, basically little science projects, little patents that you can get. The big super projects require them, either in this case a triangular microchip or any square and circle. So what I'm going to do is set this die to the microchip and roll the shape. We set one to any face and roll the other. The reason I'm doing it this way round, we know we need the microchip. If we roll this dice and we get a triangle, perfect. If we get a square or a circle, not one that matches, but at least we can use it as half of our science. We get the triangle. Jackpot. Triangular microchip. They are also worth 1 point, or if you have all 3 shapes, they can be different symbols, but for every set of 3 shapes, they're worth an extra 2 points. So you could just collect them up as 3 points if you want. We'll go there. Chronobot. Where did I chuck his dice? All the way up there. Number 1. He will increase morale. Oh, that's his time travel. I think he will actually take... Didn't put the rulebook in, did I? Did I download the rulebook? Let me check. Yes. Objects, components, custom, PDF, POW. Just bear with me 1 second. Hope you guys appreciate on that little meeple as well, it's actually my hair. I don't know if anyone's picked up on that. It's not this current hair colour, but it is actually my hair that I've cropped and moved over. Time travel. Each time time travel is rolled, remove any 1 warp tile from the past timeline where the Chronobot has the most warp tiles. Yeah, take 1 off here. You like it? Yeah, it took me far too long to make that picture. I should actually make a scene where I can show you guys what that actually looks like. It's this. But yeah, gives you an idea as to the size of that game box as well. Big enough to crush a guy. For our actions, we have got this for 5 water. That is 5. The paste. Chronobot. Whee! What was a 3? He will go to the mine and he will take 1, 2. We will go, did I move it? We will go, we'll go here and get 2 neutronium. I'm not going to pick it up because we're about to get rid of it immediately. Rolls a 6, he gets another 2 water. We are going to come to this space and get rid of those 2 resources I didn't pick up. 2 power cores. Tells me it's a 5, even though it looks completely cocked. He will go building. And it is a grey building. So he takes this one 3 points. And we have 1 worker who can come here, and we'll get rid of a gold in order to take 2 points. Chronobot will probably get a lot more points than that from his action. 5, he will spend water. He will spend 5 water to increase his morale. Done. We have 1 more exosuit. Let's get some more science. We can't go anywhere else over here. We could come to the mine. Or we could end our turn. One thing we could have done, actually, if we did want the neutronium, you can always come over here and trade. I mean, this is worth 1 point. Let's see if we can get this target. So we're gonna set the target, try and get a square, circular target. Chronobot rolls a 4. He will try and recruit, but he can't. He gets 2 water and a point. It does say the easier version is anytime he gets 2 water and a point, you just give him 2 water, which you can see he would have been, I think, at 3 points or something instead of 6. And when you're only scoring between sort of 30 to 50 points, those extra 1 points add up pretty quickly. I think he had, it was like 12 points he got just from that last time, which was a bulk of his score. We are out of stuff though, so that is the end of the round. During cleanup we can take 1 resource from over here, and we will take a gold. Yeah, we need a gold for here if we wanted to build the next grey building. And we can get titanium from this space. That seems okay. Clean up. Goodbye, everything. Preparation. We refill. Purple. Yellow. Green. Grey. And no scientists. 2 engineers, 1 admin, 1 genius. Bring our people back. They are all tired out. As are you, as are you, as are you. But you're okay. We've got one awake worker. Chronobot gets those 4 back. And we'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Refill over here. This is just wake everybody up. That's quite nice. This one, when you do the wake up action, it only costs you half as much water. That's pretty good. Turn 1 water into 2 gold, or spend 1 water and you can time travel back twice. But I do think I want to get this one. We have to spend a lot of neutronium, but it will get us points. Any actions that just get us a few extra points feels really good. So we have to roll for paradox. We are still losing on this timeline, or winning. We have the most on it, however you want to phrase it. Oh, 1. So 1 more, unfortunately, gives us 3, and 3 equals paradox. So we have to take one of these tiles. It has to go in your cheapest space, which is here. It is worth -3 points, but you can immediately take off 1 of your tiles. So we'll take off the administrator 1. To get rid of it, we have to pay 2 cubes, 2 water, and whichever worker comes here to clean up the timeline dies. That will get rid of it. Otherwise it will stay and it's worth -3 points at the end of the game. The Chronobot though has to roll for this piece of timeline because he has the most. He gets 2. 2. Move on, flip the next one. And a new super project. Jamie, ultimately the game, we're just after collecting points really. We just want to get more points than he gets. The theme itself is time travel apocalypse. So there's a cloning vat. Whichever worker we put in, we could get another one of the same type. How many do we want to power up? In terms of these buildings, I think we need to build one of these. Getting the water one wouldn't be too bad either. We're going to need more water, which we can get from here. We need more titanium, which will need engineers. So that's going to be a couple of engineers and someone to build. If we want the exo crawler, we need even more titanium though. There isn't that much available. There's only 2. I don't really want to have to grab the titanium straight away. Definitely need this. Let's power up 4. We've got a fair few power cores, so paying 1 isn't too bad. And then do the warp. I think we need to request a neutronium and maybe a titanium. So we're going to put 2 on. We are back to being the second player though. So let's roll his die and see how many he puts down. None. That's a shame. Means we get 1 point. And 1 and 1. So Chronobot's going first. Where did that die go? There he is. Put it on a different face so I can see it. He's rolling 2. Means he will pick up science. So we just roll both. He gets circular time. We've got 4 water, which we need to spend to wake everyone up, which I think I will do before I forget about it. We will pay that 4 water. What did I get rid of? I need to learn to create a dump chest or something. Let's copy this. I can just chuck everything in here. Get rid of 4 water. There we go, that's tidy. To wake everybody up, gains us morale. And this all moves over. We have another scientist, a genius, administrator, 1, 2 engineers. We send one of you out to the mine and we will take those resources. Chronobot. 3. He will build a water building. 1 is worth 3 points. That's a shame. I wanted that. Our turn then. Let's go gather some more resources, I think. We do have to kill someone into the furnace of the anomaly. Let's get a gold and titanium. And the Chronobot. 7:30, time for me to go. Yeah, no worries, man. Cheers for coming along and floating. Hopefully it wasn't too boring for you. Hopefully the game at least sounded a little interesting. And hopefully catch you soon. I was planning to do more Gloomhaven on Tuesday, since that seemed to be a popular night, so maybe I'll see you then. So he's gone to the mine. We need to build. We've got our engineer. Actually, let's send someone into the furnace over here. We'll send a scientist. So they have to go with 2 cubes. We can go with 1. What are we going to get from over here? Let's send him with these 2 cubes. And, oh no, he needs 2 water. So we need to first send an administrator here for 5 water. Chronobot. Rolls a 2. You'll build a water building. For 1 point. That is all water buildings built for him. Then we can send our scientist here with 1, 2, and 2 water. We remove the anomaly and he dies. Chronobot. That was a 4. Where's the 4 marker? Under here. He's going to recruit. What does he need? He needs an administrator. Now we can go building. Oh no, he built a second time, didn't he? He should have gone there. We will come and take first player. We'll spend 2 water. We're going to spend 1 cost of this space, and also 1 neutronium and 1 titanium. Gets us this. Good. We will then roll for the Chronobot. He rolls a 2. Again is to recruit. He needs an engineer. We need to stop him getting scientists. On our turn, we'll send a scientist here. They need to use neutronium. We can go back up to 3 time. 1, 2. Gets us 2 points. 1, 2. And we can take this token off in exchange for a gold, paying back our debt in time, and get another 2 points. Chronobot. Rolls a 1. He will remove an anomaly if he has one. He doesn't, but he gets 2 water and 1 point. I think I want to send out the administrator, but we've only got a little bit of water left. I think I'm quite happy. We'll send the genius here to get 2 titanium. Chronobot. Rolls a 1. He will build a power plant. That's him out of actions, so when we come here and spend 1 resource for 2 points, it is just in time because he would now pass. We did take first player back. The cleanup phase, we can take a resource. We will take a gold. Yep. Then we have preparation. We need to refill the mine. Ooh, this is bad. Well, potentially. Because he wants these resources. He needs these neutronium. Not sure if we can stop him from getting it. 1 scientist, he needs a scientist as well. No engineers. 1 administrator. 2 genius. Refresh the buildings. That's nice. Use a scientist to remove one of your requests from the timeline. Gold and a water to gain neutronium and a point is definitely the building we want right here. Yes, that feels good. Okay, let's bring back our workers. These 2 engineers from the mine come back awake, as does this genius. Everybody else will be asleep. Sleep. And back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chronobot workers. 1, 2, 3 of ours. Did we? Oh, we had one mech we didn't even use. Never mind. And that is everything from the board. Paradox. So he will roll twice. He gets one more, which adds an anomaly. And one. Then we have to roll for this piece of timeline because we have requested the most. Got 2 to his 0. We get 1. Okay, power up. We wanted this and potentially this, just as ways to get points. Dropping a load of cubes in there. Not worth 1 point by itself. But we need a third building to be able to evacuate, and the impact is about to happen. So 1, 2, 3. Let's go with a 4th. I don't think we're going to get a super project built. It doesn't feel like it is. Let's just request some stuff from the timeline so that we can pay it back. We don't have much water. Let's get water and an engineer. No, we're first player, aren't we? Let's just get water. Stars will go here and increase our morale. And then hopefully he just rolls 1 and he decreases his morale. One. Mm-mm. 2 points less for him, 2 points more for us. Okay. So we are going first. We have 3 engineers and a genius. So let's get neutronium, titanium. Those are the 2 resources that he needs. So they are now taken from him. His go. 2. He is building a grey building. Can do. He would take this one. For us then, we will we can't really afford to build. We need water. So we're going to use our genius as an administrator to get 5 water. Three, 4, 5. And unfortunately, I think we need to spend that 5 water to wake everyone up, don't we? We'll hang off. Let's see what he does. He rolls a 6. He will just get 1 point. Really lucky. How are we doing? I think we're doing okay, Jamie. I think we're doing okay. We're going to come here, cost of 1 water, and build this building, which gets us an immediate 8 water. No, yes we are. Because we can pay 1 titanium and 1 water for the privilege, but then we immediately, without needing to use an action, get 8. And then we will pay 5 to wake everyone up. 4, 5. And that's one we spent. Okay. Chronobot. 3. He's going to build a power plant and take first player from us. He wants this one, which is only worth 1 point, so I don't mind that he's built it. Okay, he's on the recruit space now. So we do have to worry about him getting this scientist. So let's spend... We spent our water, I just never woke everyone up. We need 1 scientist, so they have to go up there. We need 1 engineer here. I think we can use an administrator, come up here and get the scientist. I would love to get that genius, but just to stop him from getting those 5 points, I think that is worthwhile. Chronobot. There was a 4. He will build a grey building. Can he? Yes, it's the last build. He would take the 2.1, that's a shame. Does he have... Yeah, he's got space for it. 1 water for 3 titanium. That is quite nice. Let's come to the mine. Oops, I dropped our engineer. And take the gold and this other neutronium. Then we've got enough for our time travel. Chronobot. We'll spend water to increase morale. He will get rid of 5 water. Let's go back in time. We can go up to 3 spaces. We're just going to come here and pay back 1 titanium. Gets us an increase on the time travel and 2 points. Chronobot. That was a 5. Where is his 5 hiding? Under there, which means it should have moved. So he will actually build a power plant, but they are all blocked. So he will just get 2 more water. And 1 point. So who do I want to wake ready for next round? We're going to have 2 engineers awake from over here. Let's have an administrator awake and get 2 more titanium. Chronobot. Rolls a 1. And we'll remove 1 of his time travel. what does it say? Time travel. Where they have the most warp tiles, oldest if tied. So he will take off this. Then we are going to get rid of 1 cube for 2 points. Actually, what we're going to get from the mine, we're going to get uranium. We might want 2 uranium. Let's get rid of a titanium. So that's 2 points. A lot of points. $13 single points for us. He up to? He's on 9. So we have managed to outdo him slightly on points there. Yes, so we did that for 2 points. Chronobot. He is rolling a 1. He will... I think he actually has to pay the resources. Let's check. Remove anomaly. He discards 2 water and 2 cubes of the 1 resource it has most of. So I'm guessing it discards both of its gold then. He discards... two cubes of the 1 resource it has the most of in reverse priority order, so he gets rid of his gold. Excellent. That should be enough to stop him from being able to get those points from the mine, and it's just this that's the problem. He also gets rid of 2 water, but don't think he has to pay. Yeah, he doesn't pay workers for it. Base itself doesn't show a worker. I'll get rid of this. Our turn then. We have 1 scientist remaining. We could come here and get... well, we can't actually because it's not an engineer. I was going to say we could get 2 more power cores, but since the impact's about to happen, we have enough to go 1, 2, 3, 4 next round. So we won't. This worker will come back awake. You are still awake because we didn't use you. 1, 2 engineers are awake. Everyone else is asleep. 1, 2, 3, 4. We haven't got a lot of workers, have we? Oh yeah, 5. But still, not a lot of workers. In a solo game, having lots of workers isn't really a great thing, because if you're having a lot of actions, so is the Chronobot. Definitely in a multiplayer game, it feels like if you can keep doing actions at the end, because you've got lots of buildings, you might as well. What is this one? Outback Conditioner. You can just do... what do I have to do? It's still the same game, Jamie. So we're just placing our action pieces out, grabbing the resources, building the buildings, activate the buildings for points, basically, and we want to make sure our point stack at the end is bigger than the dummy player, the Chronobot. Impact has happened, so we flip this. And the top space is always a neutronium. Then we have 1 more gold, 1 more uranium. Oh, and we at the end of the round there was only uranium available, we will grab that. We also then shuffle up these tiles, and there is a random bonus placed on each of the available basic action spaces, not the council spaces as these ones are known. And the game will end once all of these are flipped back over to this not available space. So going there, you just get an extra bonus. So this actually lets you build 2 buildings, get an additional discount. You get a free powered up mech. You can do an additional recruit, get 2 points, remove 2 anomalies. That might be very useful. We didn't do this. There is 1 scientist. I do want to stop him getting the scientist. 1 engineer, 2 administrators. And move the stacks. Okay. Paradox phase. He loses this one, I lose this one, we both lose this one. So I'm actually going to just clone. Boop. We both have to roll twice. I add 2, which gets me another paradox, which is a shame. I will add this. What are we unlikely to build? Possibly the red space. So we'll go there. And he has to roll twice. Oh, he gets lucky. That's a shame. He's not going to get another paradox at the end. But with our paradox, we can remove one of these. So we'll take our neutronium off, and we don't have to pay that back now. Makes clearing this anomaly a little easier, because effectively that pays for itself. Now, power up. What we need is 2 of these. We have to block 2 spaces and also get rid of 1, 2 of the chronobots. Yeah, so he's got 4. I think we're going to power up everything. 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. That costs us all 3 of our power cores. We've got how many engineers? We've got 4 engineers, so if you get 2 more titanium and build here, we can evacuate. We'd get 8, 13 points for evacuating. Yeah, that feels worthwhile. What are we going to ask for? Let's ask for a titanium. And another engineer. Why not? 1 titanium. And engineer. Could potentially be an extra couple of points. We are going second. But if he rolls at least 1 anomaly, we will get an extra point. There's no penalties here. He does add 1 to this timeline. We can add 1, 2 and get a point. Okay. He's going first. He's going for space 6, which will just be to get 2 water. Our turn. Actually, no, let's send the administrator first. We're going to come here, grab the extra mech, get the scientist, And 2 extra water. Chronobot. He rolls a 3. He is going to recruit. Now we have taken the scientist that he wanted. He will come up here and take the genius. Okay. For our action then, go to the mine. And we can get 1, 2 resources. But he can't get... Yeah, he can't get what he needs to finish that, even if he goes here twice. He rolls a... Oh, I thought that was going to be a 1 for a long time then. He rolls a 2. So he will increase his morale for 6 water. Exactly what he has. We do need to wake people up, but we have got enough water for it. So actually let's just do it now. 5 water. Done. Everyone can wake up. We are gonna build, and let's do the double build space. No, I want the discount space. Oops. Let's take... This gets a point, and it's worth 2 points as opposed to just the 1 point. Ah, it reveals a grey building worth even more. So with a double discount, we can spend 1 gold and just save 2 titanium plus the 2 water for this space. We've now met our escape condition. Our evac condition here was to have 3 of these grey structures, the resource buildings, which will get us 5 points when we evacuate, and also bonus of points based on the number of engineers with titanium. Chronobot, where did I throw your dice to? Can't see it. Where did I throw it? Yeah, purple on purple. Not that I hate purple. 1. You will build one of these. Yes, you can. So he will take the other build space. And he will take the 2-point building. Our actions then. I want to come for the science over here. I think I want to take the 2-point space. Because there's no point us taking more anomalies off. This should be, could be. Is he on the recruit space? He's not, and he's got no one near. Oh, this is going to be frustrating. We are going to have another round, aren't we? That's fine. That's fine. We'll take the 2 points and we will get a square resource, and I don't really care what resource it is. So I just wanted to set square DNA, because this is now worth 5 points because we've got 1 of each shape. Chronobot. I'll roll a lot of 5s. 6. It is after the anomaly, so you will build a super project. Holy smokes, that's bad news, bears. Build a super project. Where is this? Construct. When constructing a super project, the Chronobot takes the one with the highest victory point value. If construct super project is rolled before the impact. Yeah, so he's going to take whatever is the most valuable super project. Bad times. For us, let's we could guarantee ending the game if we go for this space because they are all blocked, but we'll lose out on the points for evacuating. We could hire another engineer, get a power core for next round. I think we've got this space to trade cubes in. Use our genius for 2 more. Titanium. Chronobot. A 3. You build a grey, but he's already got all of those, so he gets 2 water and a point. 2. He does still place one of those though. So what are we going to do? We're going to time travel and a neutronium. Come back here and pay back 2 water. It gets us 2 points. Yep. And also 2 points there. Chronobot has nothing left, so that is the end of the round. We lost out on this. He placed all of his much quicker than we did. Genius comes back awake. Scientist is not. 2, 3 workers, 4 workers asleep. Okay. We need to... we could take something from here. Let's take a titanium. 2, 4, 6, 7. How many engineers do we have? Nowhere near that, I'm sure. 1, 2. We have 5 engineers. Actually, we don't need more titanium. Just remove a lot of our stuff from the timeline with this super project. I think it's worth it. What resources should we take? Let's just take a uranium. No, let's take a gold. We haven't got much gold. Seems fine. Move these over. Ooh, get a mech. 1 neutronium, gold, 2 and 1. Perfect. Over here, I still got a scientist option. No administrators this time. 2 engineers, scientist. Okay, so Paradox, he's losing on 2. Roll 2 dice. And he gets one of these. And we are losing on 1. So let's hope we don't get unlucky. We get 1. Power up. We didn't get any power cores last time. We didn't have enough time. We've only got 1 mech. So we're going to have to ask for a mech from the timeline. It'd be daft not to. Which means probably want to build this time travel plant. We could take it off. And let's ask for 2 water as well. So Chronobot rolls 1. We get 1 point. 1.2 water, let's copy that. Ah, nope, that didn't work. No, it did, it just dumped them over there. Okay. I think I copied this stuff as well. A bit weird. And these tiles got used, so they can't be taken again. We get an extra mech. And he's starting. He's rolled a 2. He can't build a power plant, but he will go out here. He will take 2 points in a water. Or 1 point. 2 water, 1 point. We will 3, 4, 5. Let's evacuate. We've got 5 people. 5 engineers. We'll get 5 points for completing this. We have at least 5 titanium. 3, 4, 5, 6, yep. So in total we'll get 15 points. 5, 10, 15. The Chronobot. Rolls a 6 and we'll get 2 water. We sort of need this building to get another mech, but if we do that we can't get this spot here. Don't think he's going to be coming for the recruit action anytime, the science action anytime soon. No, he is on it. 2 and 5 he could roll. Okay. We could go there and build another mech. We'd get the mech. Or we build this and remove the mech requirement from our timeline, which seems much better. We will come up here and pay 1 water, take this building. So 3 water in total, 1, 2, 3. 1 and a titanium. Chronobot. Alright, we're into the last rolls of the dice. A 1, He will remove a warp marker. We will get 5 water and immediately use it to wake everybody up. Come on, 2 or a 5, 2 or a 5. A 5, yes, that was under here. So he sends a bot to science, and he will roll circle people. Okay, so he can't recruit anyone else because every space is blocked. So let's see, we want to time travel. We spend a neutronium. We can go back 3 spaces in the timeline. Oh, I deleted our marker over here, didn't I? We can go 3 spaces back, but we're only going to come to here. And we'll pay off an awake engineer. And go up on the time travel track. And we get 2 points for doing that action. Throw in a bot. He rolls a 2. He would like to recruit. He can't. He gets 2 water and a point. Okay. We then can... Oh, we didn't... when we built this, we could immediately take one off the board, which will be this one. We will use an administrator here to time travel. We will move back to the present and pay... Ooh, we haven't got 2 water. Oh well. That is a shame. Means we also can't get rid of this. Instead of time travel, we should have got one of these other water buildings, but never mind. So we won't time travel, because we wouldn't get any points for that. We're going to lose points based on this. We're going to lose points based on this. But we can come here, convert our 1 water. Oh wait, I didn't increase this though. Convert our 1 uranium, 1 water into an unobtainium and a point. A neutronium, not unobtainium. That's Avatar, isn't it? We are not playing Avatar. We are not pillaging any other planets. This is our own. We are not at fault. We've just been hit by a meteor, which we are harvesting. 4 is under here. He will spend water to increase his morale. He does have 7. Then we will come here and get rid of any cube for 2 points. And that is going to be the end of it for us as far as actions that are worthwhile. He's going to get rid of his anomaly. Get rid of 1, 2 cubes. No, he doesn't have 2 water. He will get 1, 2 water and a point instead. We've got nothing else that will get us any points, so we will end the game there. I think we've done okay. Oh, We can add a few components, add a couple of counters. 1, 2. Impact, where's the end game scoring? Another card. End of the game. Untangle the continuum. At this point, players must straighten out the problems they have with the timeline. Chronobot doesn't have to, but we do. For each one you can't do, score -2. We don't have water, so that would be -2 points. We do have a titanium. That's sorted. Then score endgame conditions. We're not doing that. Then we just add everything up. Buildings, anomalies, super projects, your time travel and morale track, their victory point tokens. Each breakthrough is worth 1 victory point. In addition, a set of 3 is worth 2 victory points. So let's see what he's accumulated. He has 9. They're all 1 tokens, aren't they? 10, 11, 12, 13. He will lose 3 from this building. He is on 7 on this track and 4. Another 11 to 21. 6 points from his super project. And then these buildings only built 1 red building. Is that right? I might have seen this as a yellow at some point, perhaps. I might have a comment on YouTube that I've made a mistake there. Seems odd that he has only built 1. There were a few times though then we did block every space for building, so he could have just been unlucky. But he's got 5, 9, 14, 16, 20, 23 more points, which puts him on exactly 50. And 6 here. I don't think I added this 6, did I? No, I did add that. He had 10, 18. Let's start again with his, it's easy to calculate. 4 plus 6 plus 8, 18. Yeah, 18 from that. Oh, smash some buttons. And then it was 5, 10, 15, 23. $41. He has got -3 here, which cancels those out. And another 10, 51. Okay. Our score. We're at -2. We've got a few tokens here. I will group up. Let's look at our problems. So we've got -3 from this as well. Buildings 3. I've locked them all, haven't I? 5. 5. Got 14 from buildings, which puts us on to 9. We have got 8 and 6, which is another 14. That's on 23. We have 22 in individual points. 45 plus 3 5-point tokens. 60 versus his 51. I mean, that feels like a good win, which surprises me and makes me think that something has gone wrong. But I think we blocked him a few times. He rolled a fair few sixes, which only got him 1 point, 2 water every other turn. That felt very useful at the start. But mainly, 22 points from our structures here. This for 2 points, this for 2 points. Just very strong. 5 rounds of getting 4 points, basically, is what this stack is. 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Our evacuation obviously was very good, which the AI doesn't do. But he got a super project for free. He didn't even do anything. Awesome. Well, I have managed to ignore my wife for the entirety of the weekend, to be honest. So I will be saving up here and spending the rest of the night with her. Possibly doing a full stream tomorrow just to keep the streak going, continuous days that we have been going. Then proper streaming Tuesday, Wednesday.